friends, welcome back to my channel. So 2018, I feel like 8 is a lucky number, so I've got a really good feeling about this year. Anyway, the purpose of this video today is to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions, because most people's New Year's resolutions are to lose weight, go to the gym every day, always focusing on like giving up something like no more smoking, or I don't know, no more sweets. But I actually think that you should focus on doing a positive rather than like criticising yourself for a negative. So for me, obviously I want to be slim, I want to be healthy this year. But what I've focused my resolutions on and what I was going to talk about today was, well, just that, what my resolutions are. So my resolution for 2018 is twofold. Is one, to continue to feel happy, and is two, is to learn shit stuff. You know, I was thinking back to when I was at uni, and maybe I'm just a nerd, but every day or practically every time I had a lecture, my mind was blown. I'd be like, how did I not know this? I remember when I learned about Marxism. This is probably going a bit deep for like this little silly video, but I was just like, well, there's no point living anymore. So that's what I thought I'd talk about. One, how I'm going to try and make a plan of action to be as happy as possible, because last year was not a fun year, but this year is going to be my year. First of all, I got this book, which will be backwards, but that says Happy, the journal. And essentially what this is just, I'll show you an example when I have written some stuff, is a little space every day for you. Oh my god, my boyfriend's playing guitar. I told him to shut up. Sorry if you can hear that. So essentially what this is a little bit of space every day. What I'm using it for anyway is just to write down one thing that made me happy every day. Example, 2nd of January. I went back to work and it was nice to see everyone. I went to the Tate, more on that later. I left work on time and I watched my favourite shows, which are Kardashians and Blind Spot at the moment, and I looked at courses. So what, to be honest, obviously I remember that because it was this week, but I think it'd be quite nice looking back, I don't know, when I'm in like June, and be like, oh yeah, what went on in my life in January? So that's I'm making a commitment, and I think that helps you look for one good thing every day because you're writing it down. So that's one thing, continue to be happy. And the second thing, which is linked to the Tate and the courses thing that I was talking about, is to learn more. So I feel like you get so bogged down in your like day-to-day, like I work in media, so I get very much absorbed in this world of like, I don't know, you know, TV, internet, beauty, because I work on all the beauty brands, but there's so much more to the world than that. So what I wanted to do was commit to doing one cultural thing every month. So whether that's go to a museum or go to an exhibition or whatever that thing is, that's, you know, I have to do that. And then the second part is going back to uni or like college or something. When I was a bit younger, I did a course in Brighton actually on makeup, which was really fun, and it gave me like something else to look forward to in the week. So what I'm looking at is doing something quite different this time, is to go back and do a night course or like a kind of short evening course on, my thoughts twofold at the moment: science, and learn about like physics and space, or learn more about like cultural studies, like people. So I'm looking through courses at the moment. I'm just trying to find one that is at the right time so I can get to it after work, but also it's not too late so I'm not really sleepy, because, you know, I don't live in London anymore, so I've got to think about my commuter. So in the vein of kicking things off in 2018, I went to the Tate on Monday. I've got no excuse when it comes to the Tate. My work backs on to the Tate. It takes me probably longer to go down in the lift than it does to actually walk to the Tate from my office. So I just thought, you know, Monday or Tuesday, first day back, it was a bit of an admin chill day, so just let's go and see anyway. So I walked around the Tate. I looked at, my favourite thing was a telephone with a lobster as the receiver. I thought it was quite fun. And again, it just makes, I feel like it makes you a bit more of a rounded person. You know, you can go in and look at paintings. It could give you an idea of something you're stuck on at work, give you, I don't know, you could overhear something that interests you, or, you know, it can just spark different things off in your brain. So I'm trying to extend out my small world and just learn a bit more. On the learning thing as well, I've done something else as well, which I'll probably talk about in another video, but I've been quite interested in a while in learning about good, this is gonna sound stupid, but like magic and crystals and, you know, the stuff that we don't really understand in this world. So I've ordered this box, I've forgotten the name, so I'll put it somewhere, and essentially it's kind of a box about like healing and like positivity and happiness, when you're going to get like a delivery every month of like crystals and like jewellery and charms, and I don't know, I just thought it could be quite nice. And again, linking back to feeling happy all of the time, that would make me happy, is to receive a little box. It's like a little gift, isn't it? It's like when you get an ASOS parcel, but I feel like it might expand my little pea mind a bit more. And the other thing that I've read, it's all about books this year, but this is a book which I started reading last night called The History of Witchcraft. Now, I will get it straight that I'm not like a devil worshipper or, I don't know, pagan, but what I just wanted to do is find out a bit more about it. And it was quite interesting actually. I read the first paragraph last night, and they were saying that, you know, during the whatever time it was, I think medieval ages, when there was so many people like burned at the stake and all that, it was in a concentrated like geographical area. So it was more linked to people's kind of cultural worries at the time than it was actually to do with people really being witches. I don't know. Again, like, it's just something that I found interesting. You know, it does no harm to do a little reading at night rather than watching Towie. And the other thing that I've done is started listening to podcasts. Well, who knew podcasts were free? Not me. You know, probably out of touch a little bit. But I've started listening to a couple of podcasts. I've subscribed to a couple of channels, a few science ones, TED Talks daily, which I find quite good because it's quite snackable. Some of them, I was listening to one science one and it was like an hour long and it kind of went over my head. But the ones I've been listening to this week, again, they're just like some of them are called like stuff that you really should know. So you should know. I'm going to put this pen. So this time when I was doing this video, I actually made some notes so I wasn't so rambly, so hopefully I feel it's more. I've been listening to podcasts in the morning. Again, this is the time where I just be playing Candy Crush or staring out the window or trying to avoid the man who's probably sitting half on me on my busy train in the morning. So I thought, here, I'm just going to learn some stuff. So a few things that I've learned about this week. Oh no, I think that's not good. No, a few things that I've learned about this week. I've listened to podcasts on, listened to one which was really interesting on sleep. So how to get a better night's sleep, because I used to suffer from quite a lot of problems with my sleeping. In fact, it's been a little bit worse this year, but I got hypnotised, which I might talk about another time because it changed my life. It is amazing. I think that's probably what sparked my interest in all this kind of, I don't want to say alternative, but like non-drug related treatment, because struggling for a few things for a very, very long time, like 15 years without really a proper night's sleep, being hypnotised, I wake up once a night. And for me, that's just like, you know, I've started dreaming. I've not dreamt, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I think it's interesting. I've not dreamt, not that I can really remember apart from like nightmares, good 10 years. And now I dream, although they are crazy dreams, like God knows what goes on in my head at night. Maybe I should stop telling people about those because I think people will think I'm insane. So that is about hypnotism. If you're interested, please tell me and I'll talk about that, because honestly, I was not a believer in any of this type of like alternative therapy. I just thought, you know, give me some tablets, that'll fix my headache, but actually this is amazing. So yeah, podcasts thinking about sleep, and also one about the gut and how like problems with your tummy can be linked to depression, I don't know, and then one about what dust is. Yeah. So in 6 days I have learned about, it makes me happy every day, witchcraft, the gut, sleep, I don't know, loads of stuff, and I've gone to the Tate. So those are my New Year's resolutions, and I would love, actually, one more. My other resolution is to YouTube more. So at the end of last year, I started my channel, yay, which I wanted to do loads more of. And I went to film my next video, and I just physically couldn't do it. My anxiety got the better of me, and I was just like, nope. So I just thought, you know, give it a rest, have Christmas, come back as a fresh. So now, got my hair done this week, which I'm not too sure about, but hey, I'm back. So that's my last resolution, is to try and do more videos. So in conclusion, thank you friends for watching my video on resolutions and like hypnotism magnetism and happiness. I'd love to hear what your resolutions are, or if you've got any ideas about places that I should go. I live in kind of the southeast, so I've got a few really cool ideas. Maybe I'll vlog them actually. And yeah, I'll speak to you all very soon. Big love.